Hey guys, how's it going? Just want to make a reaction video about this. Anyway, love ya. Hope you're doing well. And if you don't know, there's this YouTube channel called OK Baby, which is a weird name, but it's this family, and they're kind of young. They have 4 kids, and I think they're both around 25. The parents. Um, and they apparently this woman was like she just wanted to leave the relationship, and I don't know, she just felt boxed in, and I'll make a response to the original video, but I thought this was, she didn't like the backlash she was receiving, so she made this video to clap back at people who were commenting, and I thought this was her justifications for her behavior were worse. And anyway, I'm not trying to like dump on this woman, and I do think that like she just needs help. She needs like mental health help, and I don't think people should be, attacking somebody who needs mental health help is making the situation far worse than trying to be like, hey, why don't you, see a counselor? Why don't you, do you think this is, just trying to help them in some way. So I'm trying to help. Anyway, let's see.
I know I shouldn't be making this right now, but I'm going to. Oh, and I'm mad at myself for doing it. But also, I just have to stick up for myself. Like, it gets to a point. Yeah, that's right, sis. That's what I teach my kids to do, and so practice.
Okay. Standing up for yourself is great. But I don't know. It is good to, of course, stand up for yourself. But I find that very often when it's like, I'm standing up for myself, I'm gonna take charge of the situation and tell you what's going on, and I'm not gonna let you control the narrative. Usually when people are like that, they're hiding something. They're not actually in a state of mind in terms of like, oh, I want to set the record straight and I want to stand up for myself. It's like, listen, hey, sister, I ain't let you doing that to me. It's like, okay. And yeah, with her kids in the car, I don't know, this seems like inappropriate. It seems like her mental state is similar to a child, where she just kind of goes by her feelings. And listen, feelings are serious. You need to take them seriously, but the nihilism, especially in terms of raising children and in a marriage, it doesn't work, and it will never work. You're going to cause extreme damage to children if you go along that route. If you just go, oh, I feel like doing this, like I said, feelings are serious, and you should address them. You should go along the lines of, why do I feel this? What is causing this feeling? How can I remedy this feeling in a healthy way? Instead of just indulging. Indulging sometimes is okay, but indulging, if you keep going on that path, and if you do it in unhealthy ways, will lead to bad and usually terrible things. If you keep telling yourself that you just need to follow your feelings and do whatever the obvious choice is, it's going to cause, eventually you're going to heap destruction upon you and your loved ones.
You are going to dance.
Let me tell you, like her voice is like, she's in this, and you know, some people might say like, oh, that's just how she talks. That's just how people talk. Yes and no. I mean, this sort of let me tell you what the truth is. I have the truth. You don't have the truth. You ain't gonna control me type of attitude that she has is indicative of a much larger problem. It's not, let me take this in, let me tell you my point of view and where I think things are right or wrong. And you know, maybe everybody has that to a degree sometimes, but it doesn't mean it's right. Maybe I have that to a degree right now, but I'm trying to be as you know, careful and pragmatic and fair as I can.
I know this situation isn't just about me, and a lot of people are like, don't make it about you. Oh, pity party, pity party. Well, first of all, we both were in this relationship, so it's been hard on both of us. And yes, I'm the one who chose to leave, but that is for a reason. And so, because of those reasons, I am also hurt. And also, just being with somebody for 7 years and then no longer romantically being involved with them is also emotionally hard. So, yeah, it is about me, actually.
Um, it depends on, I suppose, what she's talking about. Like, specifically, the her her feelings are about her. You know, I guess. But if it's the what's going to happen because of her decision, it's far more about the children, and of course her partner. Um, I mean, not far more about him, but you know, it's at least equal. And I would say certainly far more about the children and what it's gonna happen to them. More than that, it's like, you know, the reason people should stay together is that they should fix the problems. They should get to the root of the problems that's causing them to have pain, or causing them to have disgust with their partner, causing them to resent their partner, causing them to not like their partner, whatever it is. Um, People do change over time, but I think if two people are genuinely really working together and trying to understand each other and get along, I don't think I would ever say that they couldn't make it together, because I do think there does need to be sometimes a lot of understanding and patience, and because people will make mistakes. But if two people are genuinely trying, in my opinion, I think they can always make some sort of something work. You know, some staying together relationship work, and I think it can get stronger and stronger.
And my feelings are involved, and it's really wild to me because honestly, Oscar and I have been such a team throughout all of this. Sorry, you cut me off, but we really have been.
My feelings, she's going to her feelings, and like I said, important, but uh, ask yourself why you have those feelings and how those feelings can be fixed. And it's the basic, a basic sort of thing with uh, healing yourself is figuring out how to deal with the emotions the best way you can, why you have those emotions, and um, it takes a while to get to. Sometimes it takes a while to figure out these things, and usually it's not what you think right away. You know, people, you get upset with somebody doing something, and you blow up at them, and you realize, oh, I'm actually upset because I feel fear deep down inside of me that I haven't dealt with, and me seeing you, let's say, I'm just making something up, you play with the kids makes me afraid that you're not taking your work seriously, because I know we're in financial trouble, um, and it seems like you're not taking it seriously, and it seems like we're going to come to ruin. So like I'm a totally made up scenario. I'm just saying that's how people subconsciously or consciously think, but they don't realize it. They don't realize that that's the deeper problem until they sit down and think about it.
A team. And so when we posted the video and got the reaction, obviously towards me, that we got, it was kind of shocking and like made me realize what
it's shocking because he's an insulator in the relationship. He seems like a nice, like a kind person, like a kind heart, and kind people want to keep being kind, and that is really great. But the true niceness, the true best thing to do and kind thing to do is to lay out boundaries and tell people what's acceptable and not. And people who have really soft heart often have a difficult time, because they don't want someone to feel bad for at any point. Whereas sometimes it takes having someone feel bad for a while in order for them to feel better for the rest of their life and make things better for their children for the rest of their life, and so on and so forth.
What a different reality the internet is versus reality, because it's not reality, obviously. Like that, I
mean, yes and no. It is. There are people legitimately interacting, and this is something that like people say to kind of dismiss what they hear online or what is going on online. Although it's not as doesn't feel as serious as in-person things. That's I would agree that that's sort of another step of human interaction, but it's certainly real still.
I don't know, it just like sucked me into a place that I wasn't in.
I'm saying on stuff on the internet is real.
And all the like people projecting feelings and things that happen and the rumors and the assumptions, like I had said this in the second video we uploaded, but it really is just wild how wrong people are. But anyways, that's not the point of all of this.
I mean, you can correct them if you want. She seems to want to put out like a bunch of certain amount of information, and mostly it seems stuff that makes people question sort of him and things, but then she stops short of just saying the details, which could clear things up for everyone. And she might say, oh well, I don't have to put everything, my whole life out on the internet and all these things. Yeah, but if you're gonna put out this amount and you're gonna hide other things, that's what's going to happen. People are going to speculate, people are going to say things, and people are going to use whatever evidence they have to piece things together. And the evidence that we have doesn't look good for her, and which I, will continue and I'll show you.
I'm going to be who I am. If you don't like it, unfollow me, first of all.
Listen, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to do whatever I want. Take that. I do think it is a good thing to be independent in things, but this sort of aggressive attitude of attacking is not helpful. It's not, again, indicative of healthy.
If that means I have 0 followers at the end of this, I don't give a shit. I value myself more than that. Second of all,
using a lot of sort of like buzzwords and like my value and my truth and these things is like, again, it's nothing you can use in court, but it's indicative of people who are trying to justify themselves, from what I've seen.
The way that Oscar and I have treated each other has always been this. So
pay attention to this part. It's the most important part.
If you don't like the way I talk to him, if you don't like the attitude, if you don't like the awkwardness, and if you think him being quiet is weird, then you... If you think him being quiet or looking off into the distance is poor Oscar, then you've never watched our channel, because Oscar is very quiet. He's very shy. He would much prefer to be the one who listens rather than talks. He obviously has his moments where that's different, but people are reading way too into things, and he would equally tell you this right now if he was sitting with me, because we've been spending days talking about this. The assumptions at this point are just ridiculous. I'm getting frustrated. I can't sit back and shut my mouth. It's just pissing me off. It's just not right. It's not accurate at all. And again,
she seems to like get so upset about, or like she said, she's, you know, it's pissing her off about these things that people are saying, but she also says, it's like, people can leave, I don't care, whatever. And so she seems to have this emotional connection, but also being like, whatever, do whatever you want. To be fair, you know, those two things can coincide. So it's, but the bigger point I was trying to get at, which I thought she would go more into here, maybe she will. She had said, the way, if you don't like the way I treat Oscar and things like this, that's how things have always been or whatnot. That doesn't make it okay. You know, that doesn't make it good or healthy or right. If you treat somebody like a doormat, if you talk over them, interrupt them, that's not healthy and that's not right. Even if you like to talk more, it's just not good. And if someone's talking, it's because they want to be talking. Generally, I'll say some people don't like talking. And it is fair that if he's more quiet and she's more talkative, then she talks, and that's totally normal, whatever. But for like interrupting and kind of, if you watch the video called "We Broke Up," she keeps interrupting him, especially when it comes to things that seem that they may have some specific points against her. When they bring up cheating, and she's like, I didn't cheat though. I didn't cheat. Make sure you don't say that we cheat. It's like, okay, well, what happened there? Something weird, and I'm guessing it was like something with, you know, like it's some dating app or something. Which I'm not even gonna go into that because it's like speculation. But if people don't consider that cheating, you will have problems in your relationship. So anyway.
if you don't like the way that I talk or our banter or the jokes that I make or whatever, wrong channel, wrong Instagram. I think there's some good, nice ones out there. I don't know. So, on that note, I know I've been talking about this a lot. Oh my god, I've been talking about this a lot in my personal life and on my social media, and I'm just over it. So this is the last of it. If you have something to say, I don't give a shit. Take it somewhere else. And we will proceed with our normal lives. Well, our new normal, whatever that is. We're still figuring that out. We went snowboarding together today. A lot of people are also mad at that. I hope that you guys have a great Wednesday.
Now, there's literally so much more that's been going.
Yeah, it's interesting. I used to listen to this show called Love Line, and there's if anybody knows Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla, but Dr. Drew, he was sort of incredible at hearing people's voices and just the way they talk and things and their tones and things, and pinpointing exactly like where a problem was. And even if he wasn't, he was often right on the money. But even if he wasn't, there was some deep problem, some deep hurt that somebody was dealing with, and you can tell that that's the case here. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love ya. Hope you're doing healthy stuff for yourself, and have a good one.